ruin their lives. Okay, so let's continue. So by recognizing these childhood influences, we can consciously reprogram our beliefs for financial success. So understanding your financial conditioning. Changing financial outcomes requires shifting your mindsets. I cut myself up. I said mindsets. Okay. I'm sorry. Julia, why are you using mindsets? Sorry, guys. Sorry. I laugh at myself all the time. I said mindsets. Okay. Changing financial outcomes requires shifting mindset as much as altering your habits. The only way you're going to alter your habits, my dear friends who are on the uprise with me, is by shifting your mindsets. I know there's never, that's what I'm saying, DJ Easy. I don't understand these people who don't like being alone. Like when you're alone and you have that relationship with yourself, you crack yourself up so much. Like it's unbelievable. You can have so much fun by yourself, and it comes out because you're always fun with other people. Once you can be fun by yourself, you're the life of the party. I've always been the life of the party. All right. It's high time we stop being so emotional about money. It's just exactly, invest. Exactly. And your name fits you so well. Invest. Okay. So many people become aware of their money scripts, right? They gain empowerment to replace limiting thoughts with wealth building beliefs. This is another thing too. When you start to become aware of your money scripts and you start to empower yourself from those limiting thoughts, you're going to find that your circle changes. You have to allow it. It's going to happen, right? It's going to happen because your thought vibration is a thing. I don't like to tie my spirituality into these financial lessons, but my spirituality has helped me a lot with these financial lessons. So I'm not telling you too much, but thought vibration is a thing. And if you no longer resonate with certain people because of the fact that they're just thinking about whatever, right? That's fine. You continue, right? So I enjoyed solitude so much. People get offended. Me too, Bruce Wayne. Same. People get offended by it. And I'm convinced it's the people that don't like their own company. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's the same people. It's just like the people are the guys who get offended if a woman is celibate for 6-7 years. They're like, that can't be. Yes, it can be. Not because if you were a woman and you had access, that means that you wouldn't do it. That doesn't mean that, or you can't be celibate. That doesn't mean that other people or a woman can't be celibate. There's a lot of projection around. So you have to be careful and watch for that. And just let people talk because they'll tell you a lot when you just let them talk. Okay. Anyhow, let's go back to the lesson. This right. So this mental reset sparks new behaviors. He said, hold up now. I know that was a tangent. Yeah, no, that was a tangent. It comes out, right? This mental reset sparks new behaviors such as investing and budgeting, right? Now that is a new behavior, right? So it's a mental reset that actually inspires you to start saying, you know what? Let me start doing my money differently, the money that I earn, right? So you align your internal programs with your external results or what you want to see, right? So intentional, you have to be intentional. Intentional mindset modification is a critical step towards sustainable wealth creation. So remember I said, anybody can earn money. You can earn. What's important is what you keep and what you grow. Okay, how you make your money work for you, because this is what I have to tell you, and this is the same thing I was trying to tell a buddy of mine the other day, a buddy's friend. We only have 24 hours in the day. If you tie your money to your time, you're going to have limited money. These are facts. You have to find a way to make your money make more money. Okay? You have to find a way to do that. And don't let people talk you out of it. Don't let people talk you out of it. Yeah, no, invest. It's just a conversation I was having with some ladies, and we're talking about the patriarchy and the problems that we go through as business owners, as women, and the things that and I made a post about it too, actually, yesterday. You guys can go and look at the shorts that I made, right? A lot of the things that we face as women in business who are doing it the right way and the only way that you're supposed to be doing to get respect and to make an impact and have influence, right, is people, dealing with certain mindsets from men, right, and other women as well. So we're just talking about our different struggles that we have, and it's good for us to be able to talk about that as women because we have a unique perspective. It's not like men in business, right? We have a unique perspective. So yeah, one of the people was saying, one of the ladies was basically saying that, men, a lot of times when you talk to them, they don't believe that somebody who, like, she's very attractive. You've ever seen her? She looks like Maya. Like, she's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful girl. Very, very dark skin and, shiny. And she says that, she asked me how long, longest I was celibate. And she told me how long she was celibate for. And she says, it's funny. It came up in conversation and the guys were like, they don't believe. And I'm like, that's them. That's because if they were women, they would probably they think that they would be, very promiscuous. That's what they think. But they don't realize that being a woman, it changes that thought. You're not going to think like a man, like to get as much as possible. You don't think that way, right? At least healthy women, right? So that's why they can't believe. And it's the type of guy that, we're talking to, right? So it's I love those type of conversations, even though it has nothing to do with the book. It's still business matters because these are the things that we go through as women owners, right? It's very interesting to talk to people that go through these different things and listen to people, but you can see the mindset there, right? So my money are like my soldiers. I send them out to war, conquer, and bring back new soldiers. That's good. That's good. And yeah, men always think in terms of war and conquering. But and nothing's wrong with that. Nothing's wrong with that. I'm just saying that's a difference because we were talking like it was a group of us entrepreneurs, the same ones that I went on a couple of trips with, right? And we were talking about planting our seed and letting it grow and letting the tree grow more leaves and grow more fruit. But it's the same concept, like we want our money to grow. But you guys always talked about, conquering and bringing back new soldiers. You're not the first one to say that, actually. Men entrepreneurs, that's just the way that's the difference, right? We're thinking more peaceful growth. You guys are thinking conquer and bring back, but it's the same thing. You want your money to work for you, right? That's just the way it is. We just talk differently, we think differently. Okay, let's continue with the show. Intentional mindset modification is a critical step towards sustainable wealth creation. Yeah. So it needs to be sustainable. Remember, I always talk about sustainability. I don't have my straw today. So I tell you a joke about this. It's so funny. I'll tell you a joke about it soon. That's pineapple juice. It's so good. All right. So where was I? Critical step. Yeah, past that. All right. So the concept of the money blueprint. Subconscious conditioning formed in childhood shapes your financial behavior. Beliefs about money can limit or enhance wealth potential, right? The importance of mindset change. Changing your mindset is as critical as changing habits. Awareness enables intentional wealth building behaviors. You have to be aware first. You must be aware. Okay. Understanding your money blueprints. Quotes and Miss BlueFire's explanation. This is a quote from the book. Rich people think differently about money than poor people do. These are facts. It's in the book. And I don't disagree with that quote because I've been exposed to both, and I still am exposed to 8-figure and 7-figure people, and I'm still exposed to people who live paycheck to paycheck. Okay, I've listened to both. They think differently about problems and about money. You just have to listen. Okay, so the mindset affects decisions and wealth trajectory, right? And you know what's funny too, guys, ladies and gentlemen? Every time, I know when somebody's going to go through a lifetime shift. Every time, even those people who live paycheck to paycheck, every time I start hearing the improved thoughts and I see how they start to attack problems differently, they level up in their lives. Never fails. Never fails. Never, never, never fails. Never fails. I've had very good acquaintances, even young people that probably just want mentorship. And I suggest certain books to them. And then 6 months later, when I talk to them, I ask them, so how was that problem there? You can hear the difference in the mindset. Give it about another 8 months, level up, completely different. And so sometimes I have to remind them, I say, look at where you are now. Do you remember when we first met? Do you remember where you were and how you dreamed for this? And sometimes they actually say, oh my God, Miss Julia, oh gosh. Yeah, I didn't even think about it. It's like, yeah, exactly. So don't be so hard on yourself, but still continue. Right? And the time did pass anyway. I was right. Right. So your financial blueprint, here's another quote. Your financial blueprint is the internal program that determines your financial life. Right? So early conditioning influences habits. That's why you have to condition even your little kids with their allowance and let them feel the consequences of spending that said allowance, right? If they want something. Practical application here. So you journal your financial beliefs, write it down. Become aware of yourself. Write it down. Like, do you secretly hate rich people? Do you secretly hate successful people? Do you feel envy? Do you feel jealousy? Write it down and be honest with yourself. Feel the feeling, accept it, and then find out how you can change that. Because until you change that, you'll always be a hater. And what you don't know is you being a hater is actually fuel for people like me. I didn't make the rules. These are facts. You being a hater is actually fuel for people like me, right? Because we actually look at you and we say, oh man, poor girl or poor guy. Miserable people act like that. Good, happy people don't behave this way, right? So, and if you make your whole you're so concerned about what I am doing in my life, you can't be happy in your own life. Don't be fuel for other people. That's the message. Don't be fuel for other people. Okay, be fuel for yourself. Okay, good. So you journal your financial beliefs and identify limiting thoughts. Identify them. That's the only way you're going to deal with them, people. Identify them. Again, if my content is triggering for you, I don't expect you to be here. That's fine. That's okay. Whenever you're ready, it's here. Okay? You don't have to be, right. I know why I started, but guess what? I continue. Sometimes the way you start something is you think that's the purpose, but as you continue, you realize that you have a greater purpose and it has a greater meaning, right? Right. Right. So sometimes there's hidden benefits to things if you just continue.